Hello Stampers, welcome back to my studio. This is Deb Valder and I always love having you stop by for some craftiness. Well, today I am so excited to show you these cards. I've been waiting and waiting. Wait for it. Here it comes. I have been working on a Christmas project and I didn't want to spoil it. So I had to wait on this one. So this has been just eating at me. I wanted to get this to show you. It is just the most magnificent combo that we're carrying in the shop right now. So this comes, like I said, as a combo. It's not one, it's not two, but it's 3 stamps all combined together. And if you look at this, you're going to see that there are actually 3 layers to these cards. Let me just show you. Let me just show you. See, isn't that so pretty? And then I layered some of the words up here. They just look so very, very pretty. So let me just show you a couple of different things that you can do. So I'm going to start, well, I'll show you with this one. This one's pretty plain. I just did 3 different colors and put it on a colored background, and that gives me the colored background back here. I added a little bit of Nuvo drop right there. You can add some of our rhinestones. We've got those in the shops. Added a little sentiment. Really very pretty. This is just absolutely gorgeous. So for this one right here, I did the same thing, pretty plain. I added it to a white. Let's grab our eraser here because I've got a little bit of something on the back here. I'm not sure quite what it is. All right, so in this one, we've got a white background, and I didn't put my Nuvo drop on there, but I will. I can also add some ribbon. I can add a sentiment, just so pretty. But with this one, I wanted to show you something else that you can do. You can actually mix and match the pieces. So for this one, it's identical to this one, except for this piece right here. And what I did was, I just didn't add this layer and this layer. So this would be the very bottom layer. This one would be the middle layer, and this one would be the top layer. So I put the top layer and the bottom layer together, but left this off. Do you see how pretty that is? So I'm going to tell you right now, we figured out there's about 84 different scenarios with just these pieces, because remember, you have 3 dies, and in each die you have 3 cutouts, and I'll show you that in just a moment. But the above and beyond those 84 normals, and any of you mathematicians out there can do the math and see if you come up with the same as we did. If you take those and then start manipulating it, oh my gosh, it looks so pretty. So I'm going to show you all those. I couldn't do it all in one video because I just wouldn't, you guys would be spending me a week with me. So I decided to do this in a series because there's just so many possibilities. So this is just one very simple one, and you can take and you can add, subtract, you can, just kind of play around with it, which is what we're going to do today. So that's that one. This one right here, I did, I used some sparkle paper. Can you see that? That's on my top layer right there. But you can take and you can manipulate these any way that you want to. So if you want to take this off and just leave this in here, you can put some embossing in the background, an embossing folder in the background. Like I said, so many different possibilities. But what I did with this one, I want to show you that you don't have to just leave it to these cards right here and to this set right here. What I did was I took this card, I added this little piece to the center right here, and people have been going, whoops, well, you want to center it. The way you want to do that to center, and I'm going to show you this in a later video. Like I said, there's so much to actually learn. But what you want to do is to put this on here right here, make sure you get it in the center, and then just lift up the piece that you don't want, and it'll all be nice and centered. All right, so that's how you do that, but look at how pretty that is. Now this is, I'm just gonna go off task a little bit here. I wanted to show you about this one, which is new in the shop also, but this coordinates so perfectly, and so does this one with this set right here. So I didn't wanna not show it to you. Let me just show you right here. So you've all seen the oval circle fold frame and all the pieces that go with this. We've got several of these. We've got the background. It opens up. It's absolutely beautiful. So that is the oval one, okay? And I've shown you that. But now we have a circle fold frame. And that is this little guy right here, okay? So the pieces that go along with that are this one right here, which is the background part of it. That's like this piece in the oval, okay? And then on top of that, you can add this, you can add this, you can add this, but these are all the round ones. We also have this little die right here that coordinates with it. So the background is, remember this one right here. And then for this one, I used the lattice. All right, so that's how I got this card right here. But also that coordinates with this is this little wreath to go along with it. So that coordinates with this circle. So very pretty. These are all for another video, so stay with me and you're gonna have a blast. If you want to get them ahead of time, you can actually take and stamp right along with me. I want to show you some other ones going back to our Epiphany die, okay, with our Kaleidoscope die. This is one, I have a wedding coming up, and this is kind of a sneak peek, so don't tell anybody you saw this ahead of time, all right? I did put it on my story on Facebook just as a little sneak peek, but isn't that absolutely beautiful? And what I did was I used white, I used our cream, and then I used our mirror paper. This happens to be gold because it matched my pretty ribbon and my little pearl. Just so very, very pretty. Anyway, that you can make them as elegant or as cute or whatever you want. So then I wanted to show you that I also did a Christmas series. So let me show you what's in the Christmas series. So I have this one, and then I have this one. Okay, and then I have this one. Now, let me tell you that each one of these are different. What I did with this was I cut out 3 of the red ones, I cut out 3 of the green ones, and then I cut 3 of the silver mirror. And then what I did was I laid them out. So this one was the green background. This one was the red background. This is for the bottom layer. And then this one was the, that was silver background. And then this one was the red. Then what I did was I moved them all over and I did the silver and then the red and then the green. And then last but not least, red, green, and silver. Now I didn't put these in because I wanted to show you, I did glue those in, but what I wanted to show you is that you can take 3 of these and you can mix and match any way that you want. These right here, what I'm going to do is add some Nuvo drops to them. What I do is I do my Nuvo drops ahead of time because I'm not sure which size I want. And these are all drying right now, but I have some of the glitter ones. That's what these are right here. These are the glitter ones. Oh, here's another glitter one right here. I'll have all of the descriptions down below in the little menu. And then I also did the silver, I did the red, and I did do the green, but I don't have that one up here. But after these dry, I can pick them up and I can just kind of pop them on wherever I want them to go. Just put them on my silicone mat and we're good to go. All right, so that's our Christmas one. On the inside, I just put the words. I could have put it on the outside. There's just so many possibilities. You could add a bow to it. I'm trying to make my cards a lot flatter now because they just are easier to mail. All right, so here's these. That's my Christmas little guys right there. And then let's get started and show you how I did these, okay? So I started off with our 3 plates, and you're going to see the difference between all of them. See how fat this one is right here? You can see more of the silver plate right here. Then it gets smaller. See how whoops, let's do them all the same right side up here. Whoop, here we go. I'll get it. All right, so this one is the fattest one. This is the next one. And see how nice and thin this one is? So any of these can be used all by themselves, and they're beautiful all by themselves. You can take and do 2 layers, and you can do the 3 layers. So that's totally up to you. So let me just show you what they look like if it is just 1 layer. All right, so this right here, what I'm going to do is, this is the bottom layer. And they cut out 5.5 by 4 1/4, which is a true size card, all right? And then here is the middle piece, and then here is the bottom piece. Now, if you didn't want to use this piece right here, you would still glue this down, and then you would not glue this one down, but just set it in, and then this is going to be a placeholder for this one. So let's say they were glued down. What I do is I just lift this up, and now it's perfectly centered. Isn't that amazing? All right, so that's the basic of it. You would start with this base if you wanted those 3 layers, and then you would go to the second layer. I'll show you in just a minute how to do that. So easy. And then what I'm going to show you actually how to cut one out because I'm going to put a couple of them together here for you. So I'm going to do, because I haven't done a purple one yet, so I'm going to do the purples. All right, so that's these right here. And then I'm also going to do some pinks. You can do whatever color combinations. If you wanted to do a rainbow combination, this is the basics. You make sure you stay tuned because I am going to show you some things that are just going to blow your socks off. So this will be a series. I know I'm still working on a couple of my other series, but you know what? It's fun to kind of just mix and match. We've got the holidays in between. We're working with a pandemic. All is good. All right. So I'm going to just take a 5.5 by 4.25 inch piece of cardstock. I'm going to take my littlest piece because I can, and I'm just going to cut it out for you. So what we're going to do, let's put these aside. I'm going to take this and we're going to I'm going to bring you over to the cutting machine right here. All right. And let's cut it out. So just take and center it on there. You're not going to use the outline piece. Let's see, let's push this out a bit. You're not going to use the outline piece, so it doesn't even have to be straight. Just make sure it's all on the paper. And let's run her through. And back. Super duper. All right, let's grab this. Let's grab this. Bring you guys back over here. All right, slide that off of here. We'll slide these off of here. And let's grab these out of here. So this is just waste right here. And let me just grab my little brush. Here we go. And pick up all of these. Let's make sure we've got them all out first. All right, so we're going to just take this off of here. If you need to use your poker, which we are going to use a lot of our poker today. This one's already out. That one just fell out. This one right here, just easy peasy, okay? And it pulled out both of them. All right, so let's just make sure we've got all the pieces out. Super easy. All righty, here's that one. And whoop. Good. Alrighty. All right, so there's that one. All right, let's get all those together. And with this one right here, they just pop right out with your hands. It's no big deal. All right, there's that one. And let's make sure we've got all of these. Whoops, there's just one right there. I think the rest of them, oh, nope, one little one right there. Good. I think we're all set. So let's just grab our little ladybug here. Good. All right, now we got all those cleaned up. Let's take and start putting our card together. So you can do a couple of different things. We have some double-sided sheets that you can actually run through and run those through. If you want, you can take and use our glue, which is the best glue for these kinds of things right here. Or if you are one of our fans, I'm going to bring in my Make It Art station, okay? And if you are a fan of our glue system, all right, this is the best. It's the bomb. I'm going to take this one out. I'm going to put on our permanent dots. And what that does is it will put adhesive on the places that you want it, and it will leave the others off. What do I mean by that? Well, let me show you. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm just going to run our adhesive. Now, if you tried to do this with regular adhesive, you know, like the, I don't know, any adhesive that you have, regular, all right, it's going to leave little webs in between, okay? All righty, now let's take this, add it to our card, and do you see there's no little webs in between there? So let's get it on our card. Now, you can take and do it this way and have this as the top piece. Let's do that just to show you how pretty that looks. And then you can put your sentiment up there on top if you want. Remember, this fits a perfectly Oh, that's not the one that goes there. Silly Deb. All right, let's put this one because we've already got the glue on it. Let's put that on our number 3. See how the difference in sizes? So these line up perfectly on one on top of the other. See how pretty that is? And you see how there's no little webs in between there? All right. So now let's put this one on our base card. Okay. And you can see if it's dark, you can see where the little dots are. So let me just show you. See how you can see the little, can you see the little dots? Yeah, you can see them. Ta-da! Okay, let's add that to our base card. Okay. Let's do that one upside down like I said. Well, it's not right or wrong, it's just different. Okay, so here's this one. Like that. Okay. And last but not least, we've got this little guy right here, and we're going to add him next, okay? Whoop. You got to be careful because this one right here is a little bit more delicate, so I'm just going to kind of go very softly. And what I like about this is it's kind of forgiving at first, so if you need to move it around or whatever, you can. All right, and then it'll become permanent. Okay, so these are our permanent dots. It's what I call the blue one. There we go. Ta-da! Okay, so there's that one. All right, so far so good. All right, now let's take our next piece, which is the dark purple again, right? Let me make the same mistake twice here. Okay, so this, what I like to do, if I know it's going to be on the inside like that, what I like to do is I like to work the layers inside here. So I could actually take and put them together outside here like I did some of those other ones, and then mix and match and decide where I wanted to go. But if I know that these are going to be in here, I'm just going to take and I'm going to add that to here. And here we go. Here's the middle. And here is the next piece. Now what you're going to do is you're going to line up this little design, okay? So if you go this way, you know it's wrong, all right? So you're just going to turn it until you see, and I'm just looking at this one right here. I'm going to look at that one, make sure it's all the way around, and that these over here are all lining up. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Look at that. Isn't it absolutely gorgeous? All right, and last but not least is our little delicate one. Okay, so what I'm going to do with that is just kind of be very, very, very careful. Now, it's much easier to use this and your Make Art Station or your silicone mat. Okay, and this is what I use for a silicone mat. We have them in the shop, okay? You take this, and this is so easy to clean up, all right? And you just, oh my gosh, it's just awesome. All right, so now what we're going to do is line that up again. So make sure that, I'm just kind of looking at this one right here. All right, and all the way around. Make sure it's glued down good. Good. There we go. Oh, so pretty. I love these colors. And I'm not a purple kind of person. But I do love this one. So I have a bunch of cards that I have to send out, and these are the ones I'm going to send because they're just so fast. All right, so let's just get our last 3 colors, all right, or our last 3 pieces. Add some adhesive to this one. The fat one is really easy to get your adhesive on. All right, let's take our little poker, make sure it's in there nice and tight. You don't want it to stick up anywhere. Good. Whoops, I got a little. And I got the poker out pretty far. This is a retractable one. I love this one because you can do different things with it. And sometimes you just need it to be extremely long like that. There we go. Or you can just take and, like I like to have it about 3/4 of the way down. All right, here we go. Let's do this one again. All right, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to just line up. Good. And we're going to just take and make sure the inside is all the way down. Good. And last but not least, you see how fast this is? But oh my gosh, did you see that wedding card that I did? It can be as elegant. I don't know if I got any on that one. I'm afraid to go too hard because this is so delicate, but it really isn't bad at all. Just make sure you get the outside because you don't want it popping up. All right, so I think we're done with that. Let's add this, but you don't want it to go crooked. You're just going to line up, like I said, each one of them. Let's see. There we go. Da-da-da. And then I'll add some kind of Nuvo drop right there in the middle. And this one opens up, from the, I got stuff on the back. Here we go. Normally I wouldn't put my card base on the back, but there we go. Got all the stickies off. Good, 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 good. All right, so this one has the design on the bottom. Isn't that so, so pretty? Now, let me just show you real quick. And I'll only put the base on, but let me just show you how you can do it with the glue, all right? So you're gonna just take this, and I don't do the whole thing, just kind of try to catch most of the edges. Okay. Just like that. That's how fast this is. This one's pretty easy because it is the fatter one, but I'll show you right to the end just to show you. I like to be very honest with you and show you what's easy, what's hard, what works, what doesn't. All right. So, and I always put the glue on the top on the glue in between each one. All right. So let's just add this. You don't want to go sliding around too much because you just don't want to see the glue. So I just kind of hold up one side of it. Make sure the top is even, perfect. There we go. So I did the dark pink first. Now I'm going to take my light pink here. Another thing that you want to do is to just kind of very carefully take and roll it over and brush the back, and that way there you know you've got it nice and even. All right. And doing the same thing with this one. You can still go pretty fast because this one's still pretty fat. Okay. The next one we're just going to go a little bit slower because it's very delicate. I'm not even squeezing this glue. It's just like, oh, it comes out at the most perfect pressure. All right, so now I'm going to just dot the outside of it just to make sure that it gets it. You don't want any big globs because otherwise it'll come oozing out of the holes. There we go. I should be on my Make Art station. I will definitely be on it for the next one. Okay, there, I think we got them all. You can even let that set and dry just for a little bit. I don't want that. Okay, let's see. All right, remember, you're going to just do one corner at a time. Okay, so I'm going to kind of leave this up in the air. Put this on here like that. I got that corner pretty good. All right, lay this corner down. And perfect. How pretty that is. Now you can take and put your sentiment inside there. You can lay a banner across there. You could have embossed the middle of it. Oh, there's so many different things you can do. All right, I'm going to bring my Make Art station, and I haven't cleaned it up yet from the last go. Let's just turn this over. Press it down. Okay. All right, bring this little guy in, and we're going to be a little delicate on this now. Okay. So we're going to take and just kind of do the outsides. Can you see what I'm doing? But you don't want any big globs, okay? Like this one right here, you want to just either take a little piece of paper or your finger. Just make sure that there's not big globs, because then when you press it down, it's going to ooze out. I know you know what I'm talking about. Okay, good, 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 good. Okay. I'm just going to do a couple of these in here. Doesn't have to all be done. Just a couple to tack it down, maybe around the circle. Okay, there's that. Now let's bring in our card and attach this little guy. What really is a lot of fun is just coming up with the color combinations. So if you have an event, like let's say this was for a baby card and it was a baby girl, I would do this one for a baby girl. So pretty, so pretty. If you've got somebody who has favorite colors, or just the color combinations are just amazing. And they all look so very different. Perfect. Now, one of the things I wanted to kind of show you again, okay, is I'm not going to use this big piece, but let's say I wanted to do, let's get this little guy in here just like that, okay. I'm not gluing it down. You see, I didn't glue it down, but I do want to glue this one down, because that one is going to show you that it's going to be perfectly centered. Okay, so I got my glue on there. Let's put the top back on. All right, we're going to take and center this right in the middle. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little pokey thing and lift this up, and that is perfectly centered. So that is just day one of the many things that I'm going to show you, but that's the basics. This is the #1 basic video you got to watch so that you can just see all of the cool little things. All right, upside down, right side up, Christmas, baby, holiday, just so many different things that you can do. Look at these. Look at, they're just also very, very pretty. And let me just see if I can get the Christmas ones out here. Look at the Christmas ones. They are absolutely gorgeous. And these aren't glued in, because what I was going to say is I can take these and I can mix and match them. So I can take and put this one over here. Let's get these out of the way so I can show you. Like I said, I can just go on and on and on and on and on. So that one right here is kind of the same pattern as, let me just look. We've got green on top, then red. Yep, that's the same pattern. All right, so I can actually put those patterns together. I have this one right here that I can take off and take out. See? I can mix and match. So I wouldn't glue anything in until I knew which ones I wanted to do. There should be 1, 2, and here's the third one. All right, so I can just kind of shuffle them up and, you know, just put them around, and oh, just so much fun. Anyway, I just wanted to bring this one to you. This is the beginning of a series that you're not going to believe. Get yours now, and you can actually do it right along with me. If you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of us. We want to say thank you for stopping by. Subscribe by clicking the little bell down below. Give us a thumbs up, and make sure you share this with your friends, all right? Up in the upper right-hand corner, if you click on that little eye up there, that'll get you right to our shop, and you can start shopping away. So if you have any questions, just get a hold of us. We love chatting with you. You take care, have a great day, and thank you for stopping by.